What up, y'all? What up? Uh-oh. Hold on. There we go. What up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We big. We big. We big. We big. We big. We big. What it do, everybody? What it do? What it do? What it do? This is kind of a spontaneous live because I didn't really like set it up. I just wanted to do it while this info was still fresh on my mind. So y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Ooh, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Okay, let's see who up in here. Let's see who in here. All right. What is going on? We got Miss Brittany up in here. Miss Delicia, what's going on? Desi, what's going on? Just listening, going, what's going on? Adrian, what's going on? Arlita, what's going on? How are you? Cece, what's going on with you? How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. Let's see what's up in here. What's up, Alf Mac? How you doing? How you doing? You doing? How you doing? Okay, listen, y'all. So I wanted to give my thoughts on this interview. Hey, Ashley. I wanted to give my thoughts on this interview because I found it to be quite interesting and very telling. And also, Love and Marriage Huntsville is returning to the TV screens on May the 4th, I believe. Uh, Child, it's gonna be very interesting because hold on. It's gonna be very interesting because Mother's Day and then that's when Love and Marriage DC is off of the air and Love and Marriage Huntsville comes back. You know, I will go on record and say this. There needs to be a break. There just absolutely needs to be a break. There has to be. I know some of you guys may not agree with that, but there has to be a break. at some point. My lord. My lord, my lord, my lord. All right. So we're going to get into a couple of things. I do have my thoughts on the photos. Listen, I don't want y'all mad at me because when I came across the photo with Mel standing in the back is the photo that I came across first. So that's the one that I posted. So to there's some of y'all that seem to be a little upset down in my comment section, and it's no need to be mad. I promise you, it's no need to be mad. But yeah, okay. Um, Anywho, I want to start out by saying I told y'all so because I be telling y'all a lot of stuff, and sometimes I think people think I be talking in code, and y'all might feel like I be talking in code, but I really do be telling y'all a lot of stuff that I just be wanting y'all to put y'all thinking cap on and just rock with because I'm not gonna steer you guys wrong. I haven't steered you guys wrong when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I also feel like I've held my loyalty to um my true teeth, teeth pillars. The people that I might get my tea from. So um I also am learning a lot about production, and I also feel like there is there was a lot that Winter revealed that I feel like I've said a lot of this stuff. Some of this stuff was her thoughts, right? It wasn't factual or something that she knew to be factual. Some of it was her thoughts, and we'll get into it. But first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Queen Sheba. Huge, huge, huge shout out to Queen Sheba. Huge shout out to Queen Sheba. She just keeps doing the doggone thing. And I have to give my sister a huge shout out. Um, because regardless of how I feel about a person, um, I'm going to, if I support that particular content creator, no matter who they interview, if I do not like that person, I'm going to support. I support. Now, I listen, and again, I may not like that person, but I'm gonna support. So again, a huge shout out to Queen Sheba for interviewing Winter. Um, yeah. Okay. So huge shout out to Queen Sheba. All right. We have made several announcements. We have made several announcements. We like to make the devil mad over here. So at any point you guys feel like blessing the platform, you guys can make sure that you do that. But also hitting that like button is a free way of supporting the platform. All right. So this interview, again, in my opinion, was it made me see things in a different light. And I always feel like everyone should have their fair chance to explain things how they saw them. And this is why I'm going to approach this with um I'm going to approach it by saying it this way. There are some things that I don't necessarily agree with, and there are some things that I do agree with when it comes to Winter. And I think that that comes quite naturally. She is on our TV screens, and I'm going by what I see and what she has stated. Okay. So I want to be very clear about that. Um, but I kind of have to hold Winter just slightly accountable in an area, and we'll get to it, but I have to hold her accountable in a couple of areas. But for the most part, I will say it was a very great interview. Um, I've always Here's what I'll say about how I feel about Winter. I have my feelings about her being with Ashley right now and how their relationship is. That's just the honest part of me. I do have a feeling about that, and I've said that since the beginning of the season. That feeling doesn't change because I don't feel like, in a lot of ways, um, Winter is innocent. I don't. However, again, this was a great interview, and it did help me see her in a different light, in a sense to where I do not condone or agree with the consistent bullying or making her feel like she was bullied or whatever the word may look like or whatever it is. So, um I still have, my feelings about her. And again, um, hey, simply elegant one. Yes, that is partially the reason. And also too, I feel like there's some accountability for maybe Monique saw it and oh, she's absolutely beautiful. Nothing takes away from the beauty or I just have my opinions based off of what I've seen and what I've heard. Right. And I'm not downing her, I'm not disrespecting her. It's just again my opinion of what I've seen and heard. Okay. All right. So let's get into some of the things that she said that I really feel like exposed Carlos King, um, in a way to some degree. We've seen it. And I will say this: Carlos King has a pattern. If y'all go back to some of his early days, even when he was producing Real Housewives of Atlanta, there's a pattern there. Of course, now that you're on your own and you have your own shows, there is another pattern. But it's gotten worse. The pattern has gotten worse. If we paid attention, it has gotten worse. And there's a pattern of I don't even know what to call it because there's so many things up under this one umbrella. You don't communicate with your cast at all. Because I guarantee you, y'all, and I said this in the chat, the network did not leave him that far out of the loop that he could not at least communicate with his cast to let them know, like, hey, you know, there should have been some type of communication. The network may not have gone into a specific reason as to why they weren't airing the show, but they let you know something that you could have let your cast know. And I just feel like not letting them know because you kept getting on the internet saying, I know just as much as y'all know. I know just as much as y'all know. The network is not telling us. The network is not telling me. So it makes us believe that you are putting up a front or you are not being 100% honest and truthful about the fact that or that you've been told something to let your cast know, like, hey, y'all, right now the network has decided to give us a break between productions or between airing of dates. Something you could have let them know something, because then when they get to a place to where they're looking for something else, looking for another job, looking for another opportunity, and then you come back and then you're upset the fact that they have gotten more opportunities or they've gotten something different waiting on you. I don't think that is cool at all. I really don't. Um, One thing I will also say too is the pay. She kind of went into the pay. She stated that she got paid no more than. Of course, she could not give exact numbers, but no more than $2,500. Now, this is again where I kind of have to hold, not kind of, I have to hold Winner accountable. If they treated you as bad as, and I'm not, I want to say this. I am not going to discredit the way that she felt. I am not, because we all saw how that reunion ended. We saw how it ended up, and I know she's not fabricating her feelings in this moment. So I want to address that. You know, people like to misconstrue and take your opinion and run with it. So I want to be very clear about that, not taking that away. But my question to Winter would be, if you felt that bad and you really had no obligation to come back, you had no obligation to, um it wasn't like you had to honestly come back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you were mistreated, if you were mistreated, why come back? There has to be, I don't know if I understand a lot of fights, right? Meaning, and I say this in regards to Nene, I've said this in regards to a lot of people, right? If one thing we are fighting for is equality, you want to be treated right, you want to be treated fairly. Um, when you are in a bad experience, why do we tend to want to go back to that bad experience? Chances are, if it happened one time, it's going to happen again. And I don't quite understand that. I really don't. And again, this is where I got to hold people accountable for wanting to stick in a place that you know you don't feel comfortable in. Why stay? Why are we staying in those spaces? Now, again, granted, she did quit now, but I'm just saying, if it was that bad, it couldn't be because of money, Southern Belle, because if she said she wasn't getting paid that much, it couldn't have been because of the money. Literally, what she said she was getting paid is a regular 9 to 5 salary that you can get at a call center. And again, it's no it y'all don't take my opinion the wrong way. Please don't. Please don't take my opinion the wrong way. I'm just saying, if I'm treated a certain type of way that I feel, I mean, it broke her down. So I'm just asking, if you feel that type of way, why stay? Then now I will say this, I can kind of understand why she may not have taken Monique's critique in that moment, because Monique really didn't. Monique threw her under the bus. Monique definitely threw Winter under the bus. So I don't feel like, when I'm in a space like that and you didn't really have my back, you threw me under the bus, I probably would not take your advice. Although you may be seasoned in this reality TV game, I just feel like if you didn't have my back in that moment, like I would have expected you to, or not necessarily throwing me under the bus, then I totally could get that. Like, I could get why you may not listen to that particular advice from someone, you know? Um, She said the contract wasn't renewed because, yeah, absolutely. I've said that multiple times, Lucille. Like, I believe she said that she believes that was her theory. She believes that was her theory on that. And I actually do agree with that, because when, listen, negotiations are not people's favorite. Negotiations is never people, sometimes it can be not people's favorite because of the things that people are negotiating, right? People get smart in the game once they've gotten their foot in there in the game. They get smart. They start to know what to ask for. They start to know those types of things. And um I feel like that is one of the reasons for the A, the B, all of that particular stuff, because I agree with her. I agree with her. And I've said that several times. I said that several times. I do feel like, um That is why they do it, so that they don't have to renegotiate contracts. It ain't fun when people start figuring out certain things, they figure out again what to ask for. So I get that. I totally get that, you know. Um, let's be honest, Carlos chicken that money, putting in his pocket. I'm pretty sure the mods may delete your comment for for the D word, but y'all just be creative with y'all curse words, okay? Just be creative. Yes, Chef, I'm agreeing with you on this. You signed up for a season two after. Yeah, like I don't quite understand that. That's why I also too, as much as I like Nene, I, I have never said on my platform that do I wish she could come back and they could reconcile? Yes, but is it worth it? Because you left from an environment that you literally complained about. And I'm not saying that complaining is wrong in those situations, but I'm just saying if we've had certain issues, if we've been abused or we feel like we've been abused, we feel like we've been used, we feel like we've had all these things happen, then why continue to stay in the situation or want to go back to it? Because again, once you get that treatment one time, it's it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. I totally agree. It is really hard to advocate for money. I do agree with that. I agree with it. I agree with that wholeheartedly. A lot of people don't know. That's why I say with negotiations, people start to get smart, you know? People start to know what to ask for in negotiations and different things of that sort. Um I actually went through this course that teaches you kind of that stuff. So I see it, and I actually called it out before Winter even said anything. I knew that that was one of the issue or one of the reasons. I ain't gonna say issues. One of the reasons for the A and the B and all of that kind of stuff, right? Because it's still considered the same season. Um, in case if you guys did not know what we were discussing, at the beginning of this live, I want to go ahead and again shout out Queen Sheba. If you guys could please put the link to her interview in the chat, that would be great, mods. I would appreciate that. We definitely support and rock with Queen Sheba. So please go check it out after this if you have not checked out the live. And again, I always say we ain't got to fall out about our opinion. I'm just giving my opinion on how I see certain things and just calling it out, right? All right. So, um, she stated that in her season one, I don't really want to speak on her marriage situation because I feel like yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into that. I'm really not. But I'm gonna move on to her season one reunion. Okay, y'all know we saw season one reunion, and I always tell y'all about edits and specifically how they look. And a lot of times, the reason why cast blames things on edits is because of they give it to the camera. They do give it to the camera. But also timing and uh also like sometimes guys you production and editing is is a banger, and you will really be surprised about a lot of things that they have the capability of doing. Now I am not saying again that they are not responsible for the things that they do, but what I do mean by that is that editing can play a huge a huge role in the way that certain things can be depicted. Okay. So I will give cast members that, but I will also give it to them that you did at some point give this to the cameras. Regardless of when they decided to use it, you did give it to them. So I'm going to place responsibility on both cast members and production, right? She stated that she received some treatment from the producers who were encouraging the kind of pile up that she was receiving on last year's reunion. Yeah, it's so unfortunate, but this is how can I say this? I'm trying to say this in a way that I think that happens on a lot of sets, and it definitely give like a love in hip hop and uh you know eh, it give very much like ghetto type of producing, no lie. Like you want a lot of stuff to take place. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, but that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what producers do. I don't understand. And again, I have to say I don't condone the continuous because to some people it seems like a form of manipulation, abuse. And again, remember all things are alleged. These are just my opinions. As well, I have also given a shout out to Queen Sheba. As well, shout out to Queen Sheba again. She did a magnificent job always. She's out here doing the thing. Um, and can I say this? Queen Sheba is giving more editing than the blogger is over on his interviews, and he got a production company. Do I need to say that again? Do I need to say that again for the people in the back? Do I need to say that one more time? That was probably messy to say, but I'm just going to say it. Do I need to say it again? Do I need to say that one more time? Or did y'all hear me? I mean, okay. I'm just saying it gave more production than him over there, but I ain't no, I'm just saying, Anywho, I ain't hating or nothing, I'm just saying, but if we got a whole production team, it need to be, it should be right. You know what I'm saying? It should be like, whoa, okay, you spent some time on this. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, I'ma mind my business. Okay, so I'ma mind my business and be nosy. Okay. So she was talking about the producers participating in the kind of pile up gang up. And I mean, we've witnessed it. We witnessed it regardless of how we feel. We witnessed it. We've seen it. And again, there's a pattern here. There's absolutely a pattern here. Um, she stated that I told you guys this, but I told you guys this even before it came out that I knew that there was eventually going to be a coinage type of situation when it comes to Monique. But then it also makes me ask the question, Monique, why did you sign up in the first place? Because I know even though you were getting paid more than everybody, I, you gotta make me feel something different. I don't feel like you were getting the coins even close to what you were getting on Potomac. So I am trying to figure out in this instance, what is it that made you want to come over here? Because Monique, you cannot be the person in my mind to think that Carlos King would depict you in any way different. This man got reality shows that have been out. So it's not, and again, there's a pattern here. So again, I be trying to think in my mind, and I know Monique has some fans, some diehard fans. I'm not coming at good sis, but I am asking the question because I would like to know. I would definitely like to know. I would like to know what. I mean, what was it? Because you wasn't making housewives coins. But Roxy, really, it's not more exposure. It's really not more exposure. Um, yeah, it's not more exposure because it's not like the show was getting more views than Potomac was getting, or that any of I listen, I'm saying on Monique's end, it seems it seemed a bit like you just still wanted to be in that reality TV limelight. And I just gotta call a spade because you came from Bravo. Potomac was doing great. I mean, of course, it wasn't doing Atlanta Housewives numbers then, but it was doing great. To 300,000 views on a week on a show. I'm not understanding, and I don't get that. I get her not coming back, but then again, I don't know. I don't know if you were expecting a huge increase in salary because again, I just don't think I can see her getting anything. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry, y'all. And again, sorry if it come off like you don't agree, but I can't seem to figure that part out, or how that was smart. I can't. Um, to me, it just begs the difference that you want it to be on reality TV again. That's how I see it. Um, yeah, Ava, I said that at the beginning of this live, and that's why I said I had to hold Winter accountable because to me, it just seems like we give people the okay, and I'm guilty of it too. I have gone back to relationships that I should have walked away from, whether that be friendships, relationships, in a way of where I felt I was being abused or used or you know what I'm saying? I've been able to. I think we've all had those that we've walked away from and that we went back to, and but I don't get it. I don't get to this extent. This extent is literally this made Winter break down when she described the fact how she was treated on that last reunion. You know, I I just don't agree with going back to stuff like that. When it gets that bad. When it was horrible for Winter. Winter again didn't have a man to protect her while all of these other men are coming at her. And then wives not really, and again, granted, they didn't like her, but wives not stepping in, or to me, I understand the disrespect, and that's why I say I'm not taking that away from her. The thing is we've accepted it again. We've accepted it again. And I don't know again, what was it? Did you think you I mean, I know that they said that come back and you can get uh redeemed, but I mean, I wouldn't even want a redemption from the fact of how y'all treated me because everybody saw it. Whether they agree with it or not was a different thing, but we saw it, you know? So I yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen it with Mel. We've seen it with Latrice. They just did it to Latrice at this last reunion. So we've seen it. It happens. That's why I say I'm not discrediting what Winter is feeling. I just don't understand why do you come back. And honestly, too, y'all, this is why I said I also side eye the relationship between her and Ashley because I'm like, to a woman that talk to me, we ain't finna be no best friends like this. I'm sorry. And I know people get over some things. I'm just saying if it were me, Ashley could not stand Winter's guts. Okay. I just Ugh, I'm not a fan of Monique. Winter outshined her, in my opinion. This show was a flop. Ooh. She reminds me of Mel's season two when she was crying. But she's kissing Ashley and DJ Fun Size ASS. Ooh. In my opinion, that relationship friendship is fake. Okay. Nene also sued them. Yeah, Nene did. Nene did. Um, yeah, on that changing her narrative, she came back season two, not as bad as season one, but still doing things, making herself once again fair play. Absolutely. I agree. I think Monique was sold black excellence just like Melody was, and it turned out to be a lie. But you know what, Lynn? Again, I get that. I get that. And I must say this. I feel like with Mel, it was a different type of situation because Mel came with the concept of the show. So I feel like it's different. With Monique, the concept of the show was already established. I can't say I 100% rock with this comment because of the simple reason, sir, this man has a pattern. This ain't his first reality show. You know what I'm saying? It's not his first show. And I'm not saying that she had to study Love and Marriage Huntsville or study anything that he has done. But come on now, like you gotta be a bit smarter than that. You come from a network where there you left on a note of being smart, being educated. I don't understand why you would go into something and you know you getting paid less. You know you getting paid less. You know it's reality TV. You can't possibly think that things were going to change from one show to the other. It's reality TV. All producers work the same. Everybody do what they doing. You see what I'm saying? Bravo is going through lawsuits and litigations for certain things that the producers have done and all of that too. So it it's no change in the game, in my opinion. That's why I don't understand what Monique's real motive or why I say her real motive was to be back on television. That's why I say that. I just yeah, there's no other way that I can see it other than you wanting to be back on TV, right? Um, I don't necessarily well, I think it was the okay, so A Dream, I'll say this. I think it became about the money, maybe the second season, right? That's where the brain kicked in and was like, oh, you got me, but you're not gonna give me again. But I still feel like she should have known that there wasn't gonna be any difference. Right. It's a history, it's a pattern. You know what I mean? So some of y'all stuff I definitely agree with. I do. I think Carlos sold Monique into a onto a dream and she believed it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I guess okay, let me say this. Let me say this. And by the way, I'm not being disrespectful to none of y'all's comments, so please don't take it that way. Let me say this. I don't know what kind of dream he sold you because once you I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it from a different perspective and folks that just don't understand. But I just feel like there was a motive behind Monique. Like it had to be a motive behind Monique because no other way I could see you just wanting to be on reality TV again because it just doesn't make sense. We know you were not getting paid as much as you were on Bravo. We know that you knew good and well coming to this show that you were not going to get Bravo's type of exposure. So again, there was something calculated with her, and I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it necessarily, but there was something calculated with Monique. Had to be because girl, you can't be that obtuse. You just cannot. Candy told people about him a long time ago. He's not for women. He hates his own women. I mean, and I guess that's the thing. I mean, sometimes you want to not believe people, but then you giving every reason for people to believe what people are saying about you. You know, it's crazy. Um, yeah, I do believe. I believe Monique had a calculated something there. Again, I just can't put my finger on it, but something was there. Something was there. Hell, he had Mel thinking he was gonna be careful with her when she wanted to axe the whole thing behind she and Martell. Truth, he left her hanging in real life. I am waiting for Melody to get what she's been waiting for. Absolutely. Let me see. Hold on. Um, They get paid peanuts. She ganked on one part, 2 season, which SB 2 seasons. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. And they don't even get a SAG card. Yep, absolutely. With Monique, I think she wanted to get away from the toxicity. To go back to toxicity. I mean, to go to yeah. I just there's no way that what could he have said that would have just painted a solid gold picture over on the other side of the way that reality TV works? Like, I there's nothing that makes me believe that he sold her horses and ponies and unicorns, and he sold her the American dream. I know you have 4 homes right now, but we can make sure that you have 8 homes. We could just make sure that you have all of this land on your and we're just going to buy you all of the cars that you want. You could just do anything. You don't have to work another day in your life. And my God, you can just live just this stress-free life under Kingdom Reign Productions. I just don't think that that happened. I'm sorry. I don't. I just don't because I'm trying to figure out what is. Anetti, I actually said in the beginning too, I do feel like that there are still areas where winter is not also innocent. I do believe that too. I kind of believe that with everybody, right? I don't necessarily feel like a lot of them that come on and sometimes can give an explosive interview, and sometimes we still feel the way that we do. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Um Am I wearing the cap? I'm always gonna have a cap on. Yes, I am wearing a cap. Monique wanted to be a star of her show, Point Blank Period. Yep, that's what I'm saying. It gave me thirsty to be back on TV, is what it gave me. Um, Monique didn't know anyone, so it was like she was starting over. Didi, I think I can agree with you if Monique was a spring chicken in this thing, but she ain't. She came from Bravo. She is not no spring chicken into this reality TV space. She came to Potomac in season 2. She is no spring chicken to reality TV. So again, I think I could agree with you if maybe this was her first show, but this is not her first show. But I'm here for you because baby, you is windmilling for Monique, okay? You is windmilling, and not in no bad way. I'm just joking with you, but you windmilling for Monique, honey. Oh. um, I said, please listen, brother. I'm a subscriber of the channel. I just got my thank you, Lord Jesus. Hold on. Yeah, Candy did warn us. Candy absolutely did warn us. Candy did. Uh, okay. Um, all right. Candy did warn us. He played that he's a black owned producer. And that's kind of what make it hard for me to support him, especially being in the LGBTQ space. It just he just always doing something that just really knocked me off my the course, you know. And I just ugh. Right, but remember she got in the fight with Candace. Yeah, I mean I remember that. I'm just saying she is no spring chicken to reality TV. And there's basically what I'm saying is producers ain't pleasant. You know stuff be made up. You know stuff go on behind the scenes. You know all producers do it. So I'm saying sh it wasn't like she went into this brand spanking new. That's why I'm saying I don't know what kind of dream Carlos sold her. But I don't understand. You like Monique. It's okay, it's okay. You can windmill. You ain't being disrespectful, so I appreciate it. You can windmill. You can windmill. It's not for black people because look how he's making his own look. Yeah, I just think that there are a lot of gray areas. And again, when it comes to winter, I am not taking her experience away at all. There are still some things that I do still side eye when it comes to winter. But I am glad that Queen Sheba allowed her to have a platform to speak what she felt her truth would be. And again, the only thing you can do is allow them to give them their full truth, um, and then you just get what you get from it, and then commentate on it. Which is what I'm doing. Um, About her not returning to Love and Marriage Hunts. I mean, look at me, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC. Um, Again, y'all know he has the live podcast where he is having the DC girls on the roster. That is Joy, Arena, Winter, and it was Ashley. Now, I'm very curious if because I don't think that this question was asked. I'm curious, is she going down to the union? I mean to the union. Is she going down? Sometimes I crack my own self up. Is she going down to the event? Because I want to know. She said she might not go. Oh, she did address it. Maybe I missed that. I must have missed that part. Chef, can you Gabby, we watched it and done our review and everything. We watched it and done our review the same day, and we had a watch party. Oh, she said it would be a game day decision. Yeah, I missed that part. I missed that part. Um, listen, it don't sound too promising. It don't sound too promising, especially if she's leaving. I mean, if she's not coming back, if she's not returning. She says she didn't sign her agreement. She didn't sign her agreement to go yet, just yet. Ooh, yeah, I must have missed that part. I thought I watched that whole doggone interview. What I missed? Okay, I definitely missed that. I must have been coming indoors or something. I don't know. I missed that part. But it's gonna be very interesting to see how it go. And the only reason why people is going because the girls is arguing. You know, they can't stay in the same room with each other. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it. Child. This is gonna be interesting shenanigans, ain't it? This is some interesting stuff. She's gonna be running like Cora, not running like Cora. She only said this about Mel because Mel wanted to join DC and Huntsville together, make it a sister show. Yeah, I absolutely said that as well, which that's the way it should have been in the first place. I feel like all of them, if you're gonna introduce them, that would be the best way to do it. That's why I say, if he was ever to come up with a Love and Marriage Atlanta, and you decide to put previous people that you've worked with that are well known, that will definitely take Huntsville when Huntsville is supposed to be your OG show. You know, regardless of how I feel about that, that's your OG show, and you never want to, in my opinion, take the light from at least that OG show, you know. A sister show meaning like you see them kind of filming together sometime. Like you may see one or two things, just introducing the show as a Huntsville, like a not a spinoff, but a what am I trying to say? Um, you're introducing the group as like a sister show. It's literally what it sounds like, a sister show. You know, and they under the same umbrella. It's another love and marriage. I mean, a love and marriage franchise. So just creating them as a sister show. Yeah, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, because that's what I find myself trying to do, trying to explain it. Don't overthink it. It's literally what it sounds like. Um, Someone asked Ashley if she would sign their book, and she told them to bring it to the podcast. I mean, that's smart, right? So that means she's going to the podcast. That means Ashley is going. Somebody said earlier, she said on the live she wasn't going. This Ashley irritates me. I'm sorry. Ashley irritates me. That's why she blocked me because I clocked her. I clocked you. I clocked your T, baby. I clocked it with no problem. Okay. I clocked it with not now no problem. Not now no. Okay. A very toxic CK saw all these ladies a dream. Whew, two shows come together. Yeah, literally. That's it's exactly what it sounds like. Um, so yeah, that's my take on Winter. Sit down with Queen Sheba. Again, Queen Sheba did an excellent job. I do. They both had said two different things at different times. Yeah, that's weird to me, but hey, go off. Eyes don't lie. Hey, hey, hey. Shout out to you from the UK. Hey, 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 hey. Shout out to you from the UK. 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 Yay. Okay. Yeah, know I'm gonna make a song. I don't think Love and Marriage DC got the shine in the beginning, but that's why they hired your girl Monique. Didi. They hired your good girl Monique for that reason right now. To get the shine. That's why they had hired your girl. Okay. Your girl, your girl, your girl. We got warm weather now. I know you glad. I know you glad. I mean, we've been getting a little warm weather. Weather been a little crazy and wind and rain and things, but yeah. Okay, so Love and Marriage Huntsville is returning, child. Let's take a look at these pictures and stuff. Um, I have you to know that I did not lie to you guys about Love and Marriage Huntsville, which I never leave you guys um in the dark. I don't do that. Give me 1 second. I'm about to share my screen. You guys, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that like button. All right. Okay, here we go, child. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. I thought I was presenting my screen, child. Child, and then we're gonna read this description because girl. All right, so Love and Marriage Huntsville is set to return on May the 4th. Okay. It is set to return on May the 4th. Do I like this cast photo? Again, this is the photo because I don't know why y'all down in my comments. I mean, it's like y'all eating me up. Okay. Y'all is eating me up. I'm like, Lord, mercy, Jesus. Okay. Anyway, um, so we have this overall picture. Male is first. I'm loving the hair, the dress. I love it. Absolutely love it. You got Marty Marr. Do we want to see Marty Marr? No, we don't. Moving on. You got Kimmy and Maurice. Okay. You have Tisha and Marisol. Okay. You have Stormy and Courtney. Okay. Stormy, I'm just keep going. I really like the hair. You have the Fletchins. You got the Fletchins. Y'all say hey to the Fletchins. We've been saying their names wrong this whole time and we didn't even know it. Hey Fletchins. Okay, moving on. You got Disney. There go Disney. And then you got the new couple, Ken and Trisha. Okay. So anyway, let's get into it. About the new season, Martell faces legal troubles. Stormy and Courtney discover an unexpected love triangle as they reconnected with old friends. Destiny returns with a splash to confront her ex-boyfriend, who is now married to a former producer of the show. Meanwhile, Letitia and Marcel struggle with the pros and cons of working with family on Maurice and Kimmy's new investment property. Also, Melody takes the ladies away to a tropical island to work on their friendship and where everyone gets past and wait, everyone's past comes to a head. Girl, girl. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I told y'all I just I will not. Um y'all go ahead and if you're gonna watch, um blessings to you. I I may watch, but I'm not reviewing. I'm definitely not reviewing. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It just depends on what it gives. I don't want to see this bald head man. I really don't. I just don't. The look of him on this cover disgusts me. And why do this look like a cover for soap opera or something? Anyway, I put to shut up. Anyway, y'all, somebody said no, no who? No who? Oh, okay. Um, went to play herself. I'm going to watch the reviews. Yeah, I listen. I don't see it happening. I don't see it. I really don't. Y'all know last season I couldn't get past that first episode, and I had to go back and binge watch before I watched the reunion. It's hard. It's hard. Um, why is Martell the only one that looks like he is a saint? Oh, I feel like that's very strategic. I feel like him and all white is very strategic. Um, I definitely feel like it's strategic. And I also want you guys to just think about something on your way out. There are no gray areas. Mhm. Ooh, ooh. My. I've told y'all. I've told y'all. I've told y'all. I have not steered y'all wrong about this show. Regardless of if people like what I report or not report, I have not steered y'all wrong. So whoever is the creative director for this photo shoot needs to quit. It ain't giving. Honey, it look like some anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, that is funny. Um Mel is about to read the girls down. Child, listen, I just we had no break. But anyway, all will be revealed. Okay, all will be revealed. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. If I see the why did this do this? I don't see I don't see Queen Sheba's comment. I don't see Kimpire's comment. Oh, they talk about they talk about this couple right here. Child. All I got to say is y'all just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. It's about to get it is gonna be bad. I ain't gonna hold y'all and act like it ain't. Look like the Adam not the Adams family. Was he really there with the cast when they took the picture, or did they take his picture separate and clip it in? Just asking. So typically, I mean, I wouldn't know. Sometimes they do it that way. Um, Sometimes they actually will be in the same building taking the pictures. I think it just depends. It just definitely depends. He could have been there, he could have not been there. That's the thing about editing, especially when it comes to photos. We never know. I do know one time they did it all together, but then last year, from my understanding, they took pictures and put them together. So that's the power of editing. You never know, really. Um, I'm gonna be watching. A photo is giving spook. Chef, that's what Melody said. No gray areas. Yeah, yeah. No, I wasn't saying that I said that. I'm talking about the rest of the show, and I'm actually telling you to remember that. Notice how Tisha is far away from Marcel. Well, also notice how close Kimmy and Maurice is. It give weird. That gives weird. No lie. They must have all told them they got to wear the gloves and stuff. Cause all of the women got the gloves on, got the things on they. Yeah, all the women got their little things on. Got their little what y'all call them things? Is them gloves that go up to your elbow bend. Okay, listen, y'all. I'm about to go. Again, shout out to Queen Sheba for this. I just want to get on here and holla at y'all. I am about to go live in Patreon because I do have some exclusive tea that I do need to give to you guys. And yeah, I will see you guys over there. So if you're in Patreon, keep an eye out for the link. I am getting ready to post it over there, and you guys meet me there. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And again, Patreon members, I will see you guys shortly. Bye now.